This client came to me and said that she was the model in the nail salon, and after 10 days her nails are hurting. Once I looked at them, it was very obvious to me. They're all red and nail plate is overfilled. In this video, we are going to transform these nails, do dry manicure, simple Christmas nail art, and I will share a story of how a few words from another nail technician changed my professional life. Coming up. Hello guys, this is Anastasia, and my new client's name is Anastasia too. It's 7 to 10 days hard gel overlay, so if you take a closer look, you will notice that almost each nail is overfilled. For some reason, camera is hiding this, that's why I took a few pictures on my phone so you can see it better. Also, an interesting observation is that almost each nail has a little product lifting in the right corner, which means that only this area was not cleaned properly. I'm going to take off the product. It is lifting only near the cuticle area, which means I do not need to take it all off. I'm going to leave a thin layer of the product and then do a new overlay. Anastasia was modeling for a nail technician in nail salon that was taking an interview, so they were considering whether this nail technician is going to get hired or not. And there was an assignment, they need to do a hard gel overlay. Because overall Anastasia's nails are in great condition, so I think gel polish or soft gel overlay will also work great. Before this overlay, Anastasia had a gel polish on her nails and the nail technician was filing it off. She said that when she was using an e-file, it didn't really hurt, but as she was using the hand file, it felt a bit painful and her nails were burning. Some nails were red, which means they were overfiled badly. And here's the tip on how to avoid that. Once you see gel overlay, gel polish overlay, if it's not lifting, you do not need to take it all off. You can leave a thin coat of the product and simply apply a new one on the top. It doesn't matter whether you're going to do extensions or a new overlay. It is going to work, like I said, as long as the product is not lifting or it did not change its color. Let's say if it's yellowing or if it has too many bubbles, then it may not work. But if it's all good, the product is clear, you can see it now, there is no lifting, and we can simply leave this product on her nails. Then I'm going to slightly file and shape them. All I want to do is just to fix the length to make sure it is matching from nail to nail, and we will keep the same shape, which is a soft square. Then I proceed to dry manicure and start working with a flame bit. I get many questions about this silicone brush that I use to clean the dust. This one is called Plush Brush by NSI. I think I got about 4 or 5 of them a few years ago. I also seen a similar brush at C&D. I really like it because it's super soft and it's also sanitizable. When doing dry manicure, I'm using flame bit with red abrasive mark. The speed is 16,000 rotations per minute and currently I'm working on forward mode. By the way, if you would like to learn more about electric nail file, how to work with it, which speed will suit different clients, I have an online class for beginners called eFile 101. It includes all the basics you need to know to get started and many practical exercises. We will practice a lot on products, on tips, then you're going to practice on yourself, and we're going to do a hands-on practice on models. If you would like to enroll or learn more about the course, I will leave the link down in the description below. Then I proceed to reverse mode, work at the same speed, which is 16,000 rotations per minute, and then I push back the cuticles and eponychium to trim them later. I'm still wondering if you care. Always taking so for granted. With some clients, trimming the cuticles is such a satisfying process, and I'm not going to lie, with Anastasia's cuticles, it's super fun. I mean, there is something to trim, so it feels so good. After I trim the cuticles and epinicum, I also buff the skin around the nail as well as the sidewalls, and I use a diamond sphere bit. Nails are all clean and prepped. I love this look, and by the way, Anastasia does have a beautiful nail bed. So I'm going to do a little prep, apply dehydrator, non-acid primer only on the free edge and the base coat. Here's a story I would like to share. I had a regular client that was my client for I think more than a year or something. She was doing acrylic extensions all the time. Every 3 weeks we did fills. She was always on time, a very disciplined client. But one time she had to travel for more than a month. So she said she is going to do fill somewhere in another city, in another salon. And I said, sure. Once she came back, I looked at her nails and I admitted that this fill was done great, like super clean. And then she said something that has a huge impact on my professional life. She said that this nail technician who was doing this fill asked to tell me something, and it was the following. You did a great job. These nails are very good, but there's one thing I would like to recommend. You need to apply product thinner along the sidewalls. Honestly, it was a shock for me. I mean, the first sentence, that some nail technician that I never ever met in my life, that doesn't know me. My experience back then was 1 year and something, so it wasn't that good. She was so nice and thoughtful. She not just gave me a very valuable professional advice, but she also said that my work was good. And if you're listening to this and thinking to yourself like, well, yeah, Anastasia, some people are nice. What's so unusual about it? Here's the thing. Russian people usually do not compliment each other. Well, unless you're besties or something is hitting on you, then yeah, probably you will get some compliments. But this is not common at all. Strangers do not compliment each other. We do not say something like, oh, I like your shirt, or I like your dress. Like, no, this is very uncommon. That's why this episode was very insightful and motivating for me. It was before social media, so I didn't really get a chance to get a feedback from another professionals, and when you're just by yourself, you probably know how it is sometimes. Usually we are being very hard on ourselves, like, oh my god, my work is terrible. So that was like a breath of fresh air for me when another professional nail technician gave such a nice feedback for me. Since then, I gave myself a promise that whenever I will have an opportunity to motivate something, to tell them something about their work that will inspire them, I will definitely do it. Words are so powerful, and I'm very happy that today we have an opportunity to communicate on a different level, such as through this channel on YouTube. I would love to read your stories in a comment. Have you ever had a situation like this when someone's words or phrase helped you and motivated you? Meanwhile, I proceed to the simple Christmas nail art. This is the candy cane nail. I used white gel paint to do the candy itself, and then we do the red stripes. 3 nails will be green with glitter, and then we will have another nail which will be a gift nail. Since we have green in our design, I decided to add some dots in between the candies to make it look complete. Here's how you do a gift nail. First you do the line. Do not try to make it super thin. Usually the gifts are wrapped in a white ribbon, so it has to be wide. Then you do another one. And then we do 2 lines, something like a broken 8, and then we do the 2 worms facing down. Here is the gift nail. Cure it, and then all we need to do is seal it with a no-wipe top coat. Done! Super easy and fast Christmas nail art. Let me know, guys, what do you think in the comments about this design. If you're first time here on my channel, consider subscribing, as I post nail art tutorials and stories just like this one every week. See you in my next one. Goodbye!